The teacher who healed a broken student, Hazrat Ali's timeless wisdom. What if I told you that the cure to your sadness, your anxiety, your emptiness has been inside you all along? Hazrat Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, once said, "Your remedy is within you, but you do not sense it." This is the story of a broken student and the teacher who helped him uncover the light buried within his own heart. By the end, you'll realize that the same light is within you too. In the quiet town of Al-Madinah, where narrow streets curled like secrets and the call to prayer echoed through the air, there lived a teacher named Ustad Karim. He was known for his wisdom, but also for his silence. He didn't speak much unless his words carried the weight of meaning. Many people thought he was strange, yet those who sat with him walked away feeling lighter, as if he had poured something unseen into their hearts. One day, a young man named Yusuf entered his class. Yusuf was not like the other students. While the others came eager to learn Quran, Hadith, and wisdom, Yusuf came with a heavy heart. His eyes looked as though they had seen storms, and his shoulders were weighed down with burdens no one could see. He sat at the back of the class, never speaking, never smiling, always staring blankly at the floor as if searching for something hidden beneath the earth. For weeks, Ustad Karim noticed Yusuf's silence. He answered no questions, asked nothing, and only wrote what was dictated. But Karim had lived long enough to know when a student's silence was not ignorance, but pain. After class one afternoon, when the sun had dipped low and shadows stretched long, Karim called Yusuf to stay behind. The boy hesitated but obeyed. The rest of the students left, and soon it was only the two of them in the dim room, the soft glow of oil lamps flickering on the walls. "My son," Karim began gently, "I have seen the sadness in your eyes. You sit here as if your soul is chained. Tell me, what weighs upon you?" Yusuf clenched his fists, his lips tight. "It doesn't matter, Ustad. You cannot help me. No one can." Karim leaned forward, his gaze piercing yet kind. "Do you think you are the first to feel broken? That you carry a burden heavier than the world? Tell me, Yusuf, what storms rage inside you?" The young man's eyes filled with tears he tried to hold back. His voice cracked as he whispered, "I feel empty, Ustad. Every day I wake up and I feel nothing. No joy, no hope, no peace. I pray, but my heart feels dead. I smile at my family, but it's a mask. I read Quran, but the words slide past me without touching my soul. I feel like I am drowning, but no one sees it. I'm alone." Karim listened, his heart heavy with compassion. He let the silence sit for a while before speaking. "Do you know what Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, R.A., once said?" Yusuf shook his head. He said, "Your remedy is within you, but you do not sense it. Your sickness is from you, but you do not perceive it." Yusuf looked up, his brows furrowed. "What does that mean?" Karim smiled faintly. "It means that what you seek, peace, healing, purpose, it is not outside you. It is within you, but you have buried it beneath your pain, your doubts, your fears. You think the world holds the cure, but in truth, Allah placed it inside your own heart. The question is not whether you are broken. The question is whether you are willing to uncover the light buried within you." Yusuf frowned. "But how? I don't see any light. All I see is darkness." Karim stood and walked to the window. He opened the shutters, and the moonlight spilled in, washing the room in silver. He pointed outside. "Look at the night, Yusuf. It looks dark, doesn't it? But within that darkness are countless stars, waiting for you to notice them. The light was always there. You simply needed to lift your gaze." Yusuf's lips trembled. Something inside him stirred, but the chains of despair were still strong. "Even if the remedy is within me, I don't know how to find it." Karim walked back and placed a hand on his shoulder. "That is why Allah sends reminders. Sometimes in the form of a verse, sometimes in the form of a teacher, sometimes in the form of pain itself. Pain is not always an enemy, Yusuf. Sometimes it is the lantern that guides you back to your Lord. Tell me, do you remember the verse? And we have already created man, and we know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein. Quran 50:16. Yusuf nodded slowly. Then know this. Allah is closer to you than your sadness. Closer to you than your emptiness. Closer to you than your own heartbeat. He has placed within you the strength to rise. All you must do is turn to him fully, not with the lips alone, but with the heart that is desperate for him. That is your remedy. Tears spilled down Yusuf's cheeks. For the first time, he felt as if someone had spoken directly into his soul. But still, the battle inside him raged. Ustad, what if I fail again? What if I try and fall back into this darkness? Kareem's eyes softened. Then rise again. And if you fall 100 times, rise 101. Do you not know that Allah loves those who repent again and again? Despair is the whisper of Shaitan, not the decree of Allah. Your fall does not define you, Yusuf. Your rise does. The words hit him like thunder. Yusuf wept openly now, his body shaking as years of hidden pain spilled out. Kareem let him cry, for he knew that sometimes tears were the first step toward healing. That night, Yusuf went home with a heart heavy yet hopeful. He prayed Isha with tears running down his face, whispering, Ya Allah, if the remedy is within me, help me find it. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, Yusuf changed. He began to smile again, not the mask he once wore, but a real smile. He began to recite Quran not just with his tongue, but with his heart, feeling each verse as if it was revealed to him personally. He began to write in a journal, pouring his thoughts into words, uncovering parts of himself he had buried for years. And whenever the darkness returned, he remembered Kareem's words, Your fall does not define you. Your rise does. Months later, Yusuf became one of the most dedicated students in the class. He helped others who were struggling, offering them the same words of hope he once needed. He became a lantern for those lost in their own storms. And one evening, as he sat with Kareem after class, he whispered, Ustad, I think I finally understand. The remedy was never far. It was always within me, waiting for me to turn back to Allah. Kareem smiled, his eyes glistening. Yes, my son, and now you will be a reminder for others, just as someone was for you. That is the way of this life. We heal ourselves, and then we become healers for others. The night deepened, the stars glittered above, and in the quiet of his heart, Yusuf felt a peace he had never known before. For the first time, he understood the words of Hazrat Ali. May Allah be pleased with him. Your remedy is within you, but you do not sense it. And he vowed never to forget it. Brothers and sisters, how many of us search everywhere for peace, through people, wealth, distractions, yet forget that Allah has already placed the remedy within us? This story is a reminder that no matter how far you feel, Allah is closer to you than your own heartbeat. If this touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, and subscribe to Deen in Minute for more powerful stories that heal the soul.